Hey guys, welcome to Fact Mystery. In today's video, we'll be talking about Cuba as a beautiful country. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Cuba is a very beautiful country, but it has so many hidden and amazing facts that you might not know. So do watch this video. Cuba is not only a country, but it's also an island. A country and an island together. Pretty cool. But Cuba is not the only island in the country, even though it's titled as the main. 4,000 different islands join together to form Cuba for you. I think that is very cool. The real name of the country is Republic of Cuba. And this island or country, when zoomed out, would form a crocodile-shaped out layer for you. The biggest city in Cuba is Havana, and it is the capital city of the country. If you are planning to go to Cuba, then do understand that the very most important point and a rule for you to follow in a public place is not to sneeze. If you do, the very next second you'll be in jail or you see some cops around you waiting to arrest you. Sneezing in a public place is an offense in Cuba, so you'll have to make sure you go to a private place or you're at your home. Well, that is a little surprising. We all know that Coke or soft drinks in general is loved by the world. But if there could be any country that banned Coke, one of the most tastiest soft drinks, I would say, will be North Korea, and then comes Cuba. That's sad. In 2020s, if you are planning to go to Cuba, you'd obviously see a lot of vintage cars around. Basically, the citizens of Cuba are the only one who can buy them. Well, vintage cars are a little classic, don't you think? Another amazing and positive fact about Cuba is it is one of the most educated and literate countries in the world. About 99.7% of its population is educated. All praise goes to Fidel Castro for it. He motivated and encouraged almost everyone and taught them the importance of education. This led to a rule formation that every children from 6 to 15 years must go to school. And if they do not, and if this code or rule is broken, they would be given severe punishment. Now do you get an idea about why this country is super literate? Cuba is the world's last communist country. Even after all these years, Cuba says that they will remain a communist country because they benefit from it a lot. The only country in the world that gives away medicines and health services for free is Cuba. That is really touching and would have a very positive impact. And it is surprising because not all countries do that. The medical, health and the education services are completely free because it's taken over by the government, which means every single Cuban citizen will get free education and free health services. One thing that all countries need to notice and learn from it. Another beautiful fact about Cuba is it is the only country with the highest number of doctors in it. Africa as a continent on its totality would have only up to 50,000 doctors. But do you know as a single country how many doctors Cuba consists of? Up to 70,000 doctors. This country is absolutely not selfish. If any disaster or any strange and negative damage happens to any other country, they are ready to help out. They send doctors from their country free of cost. Now, this fact that I am going to talk about might seem like a joke, but do you know that mobile phones for ordinary people in Cuba especially was banned in 2008? But later, government removed the ban and allowed everyone to use phones. Not only phones, even personal computers were banned in 2008, till 2008 actually. Do you know from where most of the sugar that is manufactured through sugar canes are imported to other countries? It is from Cuba, because the production of these sugar canes are very high in Cuba. The world's smallest hummingbird is also in Cuba. The bird is sized of only 5 centimeters. That is very small and cute. This hummingbird is locally called as zunzun by the residents and citizens of the country. Every country would just have one currency and a system to function, but Cuba has 2 currency systems. Just like dollars, euros and pounds, Cuban citizens follow 2 types of currencies. The cup, which is Cuban pesos, and CUC cook, which is Cuban convertible pesos. Cup currency is only for Cuban peoples, and the CUC currency is for tourists. If Americans, for example, go to Cuba, he'd have to convert his dollars into Cuban convertible pesos and then use that for anything that he wants to buy and travel. The biggest island that belongs to the Caribbean island is Cuban Island. It has the longest seashore, which is 5,700 kilometers long. Not only schools and hospitals are controlled by government in Cuba, but the channels played in television and radios are all controlled by the government. There isn't anything as private organizations to handle these, which means whatever the government wishes or would demand to be telecasted are the only series or anything that the citizens would get to watch. Till 2013, there weren't any TV series telecasted. For the very first time in 2013, the South Korean drama Queen of Housewife was telecasted, and that was a huge hit. Why wouldn't it be if it is the very first series that people get to watch? Especially South Korean dramas are loved by Cuban people. The most expensive cigars are all produced and handmade and also manufactured are exported to the other countries. So the most famous cigars especially are all produced in Cuba. Especially the Caraba premium standard is also produced in Cuba. It is very expensive as it is completely handmade and costs up to 18,000 American dollars. One box contains up to 40 pieces of cigarettes. Anyone who wishes to tour Cuba would obviously have a little bit of restrictions. They're only not allowed to take pictures of government buildings or police buildings and officers or armies. Thanks for watching, guys. Do hit that bell icon and like the video.